It's time for the traveling golfer to take you on an unforgettable journey out west. We're calling this the West Coast Swing, and we're thrilled to introduce a very special host for this series, Chef Marc Cummings. You may remember him from his celebrated days on the Food Network, where he dazzled audiences with his culinary brilliance, bold flavors, and undeniable charm. After stepping out of the spotlight for a while, Chef Marc is back and better than ever, ready to blend his love of food, travel, and adventure with the world of golf. From the kitchen to the fairway, he's bringing his signature style to every hole and every plate. So grab your clubs and your appetite. This is the Traveling Golfer West Coast Swing.
It's my pleasure being a part of this wonderful team on the Traveling Golfer. I'm going to take you to an amazing golf course, Red Hawk in Temecula, California, where we're going to play a spectacular hole that Jack Nicklaus actually designed, and also as well, his bridge is there, as well as a great restaurant, literally my pick in Laguna Niguel, California, a taste of Greece for some real Mediterranean fare. And last but not least, El Caminante Bar and Bungalow, where they've taken a 95-year-old historical building and created a beautiful boutique place to stay right on the ocean. Hope you enjoy my first episode.
One moment changes everything. Distance, precision, decided in a microsecond. So reduce your ball spin and get the most performance at impact with 4 yards more. A next-gen golf tee proven by pros and players like you. The unique durable design flexes at contact, reducing ball spin, giving you tighter control and more distance. So change your game and get 4 yards more. Brought to you by Greenkeepers. Golf smart.
Tradition at its best. Golf lives right here in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Home to the most historic, top-ranked clubs in the country. More than 50 courses and over 300,000 yards of green. With nearly 80 nearby hotels, incredible attractions, and dining options. It's clear Montgomery County isn't just a place to play golf. It's a destination. Stay and play in Montgomery County. Book your tee time now at montcogolf.com.
Head down, water down the left, bunker down the right, take the club straight back.
Wandering minds.
When golfers lose their focus, they're totally...
But Bridgestone can help.
Introducing Mindset. The ball's scientifically designed to keep you focused.
First, identify your target.
Next, visualize your shot path.
And then focus on the green dot and smooth one.
Play the new Tour B with Mindset technology.
You see what happens when we work together? Stuff like that.
Raise the bar with Flight by Yingling. Low carb, low calorie, more taste. Brewed for the generation that's always reaching for more. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
We're here with Randy Wood, the general manager here at Red Hawk Country Club and Golf Course. Randy, thank you for being with us today. I remember this golf course, again, when I was much younger. I played it a lot, and it's very tricky. It's got a lot of tight holes. It's long, and the wind can also play a lot of factors in it. Kind of give us a little run through of how you've seen the golf course in the years here.
I think where to start is when it was built. Ron Freem was the architect. Mark O'Mara was the consultant with Ron. The vision that they had when they built this was to build a true championship golf course. And they did an unbelievable job as far as the design of the golf course. Every single hole here is different. Every single hole is challenging, and they have their own character individually, as you're well aware of if you've played here before. So we have 4 of the best par 3s anywhere around. Number 8 is our signature golf hole here, the Island Green, they call it. People come here just to play number 8. It's a fabulous hole. But the whole layout, it's amazing layout. I played on the tour part-time as a Monday qualifier mostly, but played all over the world, and I've lived here for 15 years, and I've never once got tired of playing this golf course, ever. So it gives you something new every time you play it.
Fantastic. How do you feel golf has changed, you know, between when you were playing the tour and now on the senior tour? Has it changed that much, maybe?
No.
No?
No, I think the equipment's changed. Everybody knows that. And I think the athletes that play today are true athletes, whereas opposed to when we played, we didn't work out in the gym.
Right.
We didn't have all the things that the tour players do now. But yeah, the game's still the same.
Absolutely. You know, it's funny, when I play a lot of golf and I go to different golf courses, I really always ask about the greens. What would you say the greens are like here? Are they fast? Do they switch from season to season?
Our greens are spectacular. They roll just like any tour green. We keep them at 10.5 to 11 because every green here is a challenging green. And the speed of the greens, the condition of the greens, everything about our greens we're really proud of the way that the greens are taken care of here.
Fabulous. And what about the grass being dormant in the winter and versus the summer? Is that come into play here?
Well, we oversee the rough every year. We put a heavy seed on it every year on the rough. The Bermuda goes dormant. We raise the height of the fairways just enough so that there's a cushion on the fairways in the wintertime so that they still play as if they're perfect all year long. So I think our maintenance crew here has done a fabulous job of conditioning the golf course. The owner has been more than generous of giving me the reins of getting this golf course back to the condition that everybody knew it was 30 years ago when it first opened.
Fantastic. Well, I tell you, the nice thing even about the ryegrass is that it's so green. It actually looks blue. It's so rich and luscious because it likes the cold. Weather, right?
It does. And we're 17 miles from the ocean right here, so we get an afternoon breeze every afternoon. Especially in the summertime, it might reach 100 degrees midday. By noon, we get a breeze off the ocean and it cools everything down. So,
well, Randy, I want to thank you. I got to tell you, looking forward to playing some of your signature holes. And once again, thank you so much for being on the show.
You're welcome to come out anytime.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay.
So we're playing the 8th hole here at Red Hawk. It's the signature hole. It's got the Jack Nicklaus Bridge. Right now, I think I'm going to use my Tour Edge 8-iron for this shot. It's about 134 yards, but feeling about 140. Wind's quartering from the left, and nice smooth swing. Let's see what I can do. All right, Pro, so what do you think you're going to hit? What's this hole playing today?
So today we're on hole A. It's 135 yards out. Wind's off the left. I want to land it like 142, land it past the slope, and spin it back, and hopefully hit a good shot nice and tight.
And you can tell this guy's a pro because he's hitting a pitching wedge. I have an 8-iron. These young, strong bucks, you never know.
Oh yeah, you want me to do my announcing?
What's that?
I'll do my announcing. I usually like to do this on the first tee. Just to like mess with people. I'm like, all right, from Temecula, California, please welcome Isaac Verdun. And then we got the crowd saying, woo!
Very nice.
You see how the wind just took that though?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say aim right at it.
Go right
I hit a draw at it and that thing got eaten up pretty good.
All right. From San Clemente, California, weighing in at 220 pounds. That's a lie. Chef Marc. All right, Pro, this is for you and all the viewers at home on the Traveling Golfer. 8-iron.
Oh my gosh.
It's going in the hole.
It's in the hole.
Go in the hole.
Sit. Look at you. You're the pro.
Great shot.
I'm just an amateur.
All right, Pro, so, you know, a lot of people, when they're putting downhill, there's a few breaks, they don't really see it, but kind of explain to us what you see as a tour pro with this type of a putt.
Well, here we have, like a 30, 32 footer, but right in front of us, there's like this little slope. So I would say that's like 18 feet. So I typically want to hit a putt around 18, 20 feet and let gravity do the rest of the work. So that's my goal, is to hit like a 20-foot putt basically. Well, it was good pace, but I missed a little to the right.
So Pro, we have my putt here. It's a little downhill, but what do you see it doing? Or is it flat? I don't know. It feels like about my feet, it feels a little downhill.
The thing is, it's downhill, but I think that's as straight as a putt you're ever going to get out here.
Wow.
The thing I see, maybe it's just left edge and let gravity do the work.
Okay.
So yeah, just put a good stroke on it.
Okay, good.
Good putt. Good putt. That was good now. That was good. I'll give you that. So these are like the kind of putts I like to practice on the greens.
Oh, for sure.
But I do a little something special in the end. So I typically, the secret to this is you want to stripe the putt first, but do the walk in early. Like Kevin Na, remember when Kevin Na did that with the players?
Yeah, yeah.
So I do that a ton when I'm playing with like Randy or Brett or like a bunch of my buddies out here. Just a casual walk in. Just, you gotta stripe the putt first though. You gotta hit a good putt. Yep, the early walk.
Tech Talk, where we bring the technical issues of the golf industry to you, the viewer. Dave Glod, president and founder of Tour Edge Golf. Great clubs, great drivers, great adjustability, especially in the drivers. But I'm not sure that a lot of people know how the heck to play with these toys properly. Am I right?
Let's talk about the simplest one, which has been around the longest, which is the hosel changing, okay? The shaft turning. And it's really very simple, but it takes a little bit of trial and error, okay? So if you don't understand what all those little numbers on there mean or letters, don't worry. Just try one at a time to go one direction or the other. And then two things you're looking for when you set the club down is do I see more of the face? Did I add loft? Or am I seeing less of the face? Did I reduce loft? And you kind of know what you want. I need more loft, or I need to hit higher, or I need to hit lower. So you just kind of play around with it until you see the face in the position you want to see it.
Simple. Add loft, subtract loft. It is a bit of a trial and error thing, so I guess you're going to have to take a little bit of time on it, but it should become fairly obvious. Don't be afraid to try, folks. All right, Dave Glod, Tour Edge Golf, experiment with the adjustability of their clubs.
Baseball? Nah. Football? Done it. I think I'm going to go after PGA Tour.
Playing on the PGA Tour is not easy. But you know what is easy? Getting the 524 series from Tour Edge.
Getting linebackers and home runs used to be easy.
Out here, you're going to need all the easy you can get. Introducing the 524 series from Tour Edge. The easiest clubs you'll ever hit. Even the best players in the world can use a little easy.
I like the sound of that. Look out, PGA Tour.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Hey, kid, what are you doing?
I'm getting my ball.
Well, I know there's all kinds of them. You don't need to fish them out of there.
No, it's a Bridgestone though, dude.
That's a Bridgestone?
Ha ha!
Hey, come on, Bridgestones. Where are they?
One here, one right here.
Yeah, but it's not yellow.
Yeah, but it's a Bridgestone.
Yes, it is a Bridgestone.
Has anyone ever told you look like Tiger Woods?
Uh-uh.
All right.
One moment changes everything. Distance, precision, decided in a microsecond. So reduce your ball spin and get the most performance at impact with 4 yards more. A next-gen golf tee proven by pros and players like you. The unique durable design flexes at contact, reducing ball spin, giving you tighter control and more distance. So change your game and get 4 yards more. Brought to you by Greenkeepers. Golf smart.
Welcome to Taste of Greece. We're in Laguna Niguel, California, and I'd like to introduce you to this restaurant because I have found that it's my best pick for the top Mediterranean food in all of Orange County. I've been all over the world, I've tried Greek food and every other type of food in every country. But I have to tell you, the Mediterranean taste when it's done authentically is better than anything you've ever had. Mediterranean food, Greek food, kebabs, grape leaves, it's served all over the United States, but rarely do you find a restaurant where the original recipes are over 100 years old. Elizabeth Gatanis, Yanni Gatanis are our owners. They've been here 17 years. Everything is made from scratch, from salad dressings to marinades to the lamb, chicken, and beef, even to the desserts and all of the pastries, made by hand. I will tell you this, once you step into this restaurant, I've been told and I've experienced, it's like stepping into another country, another time where you are actually in Greece when you never have to leave the United States.
The recipes are all from family, and also from living in Greece for 23 years. I was actually raised here, went to school here, and later on after college, my parents sent me to Greece, and I ended up getting married there and living there for 23 years. So I gained a lot of the authentic Greek experience of dining there, because dining in Greece is part of the culture, it's part of their social life, and it's a very important chunk of having a good time and being with family and friends at all time and meeting people. So when we decided to open up this restaurant, and this is why we named it Tastes of Greece with the plural tastes, it was more than just eating. We don't want to just feed people. We want to feed them good food, but also enjoy and have a great time while they're sitting here dining in our restaurant.
That's very true, and I see it when people walk in. You know, when people walk in, it's almost like a transformation, like they're walking into a Greek island or they're walking into a restaurant on a Greek island. And this is what I found that was so impressive about Elizabeth's restaurant.
And I think that's what drove you to be here and stay here as well.
Absolutely. Working with Elizabeth, I'm learning, as a chef myself, I'm learning about the real traditional Greek foods, the sauces, the marinades, which is very different than American type of Greek or Mediterranean cuisine. Well, this is Yanni Gaitanis, the husband of Elizabeth. Elizabeth had told us about the food and community and the gathering of people getting together, as eating is a big event in Europe, but there's something even bigger. Yanni Gaitanis was the LeBron James of Greece. Yanni, tell us about your basketball career.
I started playing basketball since I was 16 years old, and I played until I was 30 years old. I played with the national team of Greece, and then I stopped playing because I met the family and I have to live. But my family, we didn't get any money from the team. It was the days that we were amateur in the basketball. The only thing that they were giving us, it was after the game, one orange juice.
One of the special dishes that I love to make at the restaurant is my jewel rice. My staff or servers call it house rice. Actually, I take onions, mushrooms, caramelized onions, raisins, and cranberries, and I saute them with a little bit of olive oil. We add in the rice, some salt, honey, and white wine. It is unbelievable, and the rice we use is basmati rice. They call me the human Chop-O-Matic. Okay, I have my mushrooms and my olive oil is hot. Because we are sauteing with olive oil, what's really important is it's not like you want to soak your mushrooms in olive oil. Sauteing is sauteing, and the word saute in French, by the way, means to jump. So when we flip the pan, which I will in a minute, that means we're jumping the product in the oil or butter or whatever you cook it in. One of the nice things about Mediterranean cooking, remember we talked about the savory, salt, and the sweet is, okay, so we've added salt to our mushrooms, just the hot olive oil, and as you see, they're starting to break down, but that creates a lot of water. What does water do? It tries to dissipate the flavor. So we're gonna add a little bit of honey, just to kind of pick the flavor up a bit, and we're gonna add an acid back into the pan, some white wine. Now, this is the magic we call the sizzle. This is really important because what's going to happen is once I add the onions, they're going to caramelize. What does caramelization mean? Onions have a lot of sugar. So when they hit the oil and they caramelize, the sugar is releasing and it's naturally sweetening and browning the onion. Here we go. So you remember what I said about the word sauté and what it means? Again, sauté means in French to jump. So now we're going to make the onions jump or sauté. Don't try this at home, kids. Now we're going to add in our sauté mushrooms to our base, which is the onions. We're going to mix that around. We're going to add some salt, honey, and some white wine, dried cranberries and raisins, and of course we have nice caramelized almonds. And then we're going to add in our basmati rice so that the rice now becomes like jewel. The raisins, the mushrooms, the almonds, the cranberries, very colorful, very flavorful. And like I said again, you have the savory and the sweet, which again in Mediterranean food goes hand in hand.
When you vacation in Montgomery County, PA, your money worries get a vacation too.
Oh, you gotta get your value.
Feel free to explore the soldiers' huts.
Free?
$4, that's it? Keep the lettuce coming, Diane.
Parking is free! Hey, it's free!
With so many affordable things in Montgomery County, go ahead. Freak out.
Over the last 190 years, a lot has changed.
But at Yuengling, America's oldest brewery, we're still focused on one thing: brewing darn good beer.
Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America.
We're here at the El Caminante Bar and Bungalows, and we are with our lovely host, Brandon Collins, who is taking care of all of our needs here. Brandon, tell us about this beautiful hotel and its 95-year-old heritage to San Clemente.
Yes, so here we've kind of rehabilitated the Spanish hacienda vibe that we wanted to. The owners are two local guys. You know, they saw this project. It was a really big passion project for them. They really wanted to revive it and bring it back to Capistrano Beach, San Clemente, and really kind of give the locals a place to enjoy.
Fantastic. You know, part of this beautiful hotel in the area that's located, we're right at the beach, and you can see the waves and the palm trees and the sunsets. When you come here, you'll notice that the check-in used to be in the hall, but now is actually at the bar, which is really fabulous and really matches the word boutique, if you will, because while you check in, you could have a great coffee or a hard drink, great snacks. They have heavy hors d'oeuvres at night. It's absolutely spectacular. Brandon, tell us more about the Spanish architecture, because I was talking to the executive chef, and actually the majority of this furniture was made in Mexico.
It was, correct. So one of our interior designers, you know, she has a great eye for everything.
Absolutely.
The tile work that's throughout the property, throughout the rooms, the woodworking, they really wanted to capture the Spanish vibes.
You know what's really interesting, Brandon, is the fact of bar and bungalow. I love that combination.
Yeah.
Kind of like you're in the Caribbean, or you might be in like Polynesia. What is the bungalow effect, and how does that bring life into this property?
So we have our downstairs rooms that are 22 bungalows that are downstairs, and then we do have other rooms that are on the second floor with their own private balcony as well too. But the bungalow style for the downstairs, it's really kind of, you know, you're secluded getaway. It has, you know, a fireplace out there that were all actually made in Mexico as well. Wow. The chimeneas were all made down there. And so, you know, it really is to have that relaxing getaway.
Well, I'll tell you, I definitely agree with that. When you come here, you can sit on the patio, and just off the patio, they have an Airstream trailer. Now, for all of you that know that, those used to be the old RVs of the 60s, 50s, and 60s. But they're actually going to take the trailer and make it into a kitchen. Wood-fired pizzas, more of heavy hors d'oeuvres. It's going to be really classy when you think that you sit on the terrace, you have the kitchen right there in an Airstream trailer, and then of course you have the beautiful sunsets at night in the ocean. I think it really adds, again, to the aesthetics of the stay and really brings the people back. You know, when we got here, we had a Mexican mocha coffee, and I gotta tell you, this was the most incredible coffee I've ever had. Tell us about the coffee. It's gotta be special.
Yeah, so the coffee we actually get from coffee manufacturers. It's a smaller, you know, local group that does it. We've had a barista come out who's actually worked many years with Cameron Diaz and Tom Cruise, and he's taught us actually the precise way to actually how to make espressos, Mexican mochas, you know, the whole 9 yards there. So we've gotten it down to a T, and our next step with it is having all the staff train on the art of lattes.
Wow, it's amazing. Coffee for the stars. What do you think, folks? Come here at El Caminante. Enjoy a stay that you've never experienced. It's been a pleasure taking you today to 3 of my favorite places on the West Coast, or the Wild Wild West. I hope to see you next time in another destination. Take care.
Tour Edge, the official club of Traveling Golfer. Bridgestone, the official ball of Traveling Golfer.
American Fit is the official apparel sponsor of the Traveling Golfer, the finest in feel and the finest in fashion.